What if you tried?
Welcome to a reset video. I'm going to do my skincare while I'm talking. I've been doing a 12-week year series on my channel. The whole premise is to get more done in 12 weeks than most people get done in 12 months. That's the idea. And I really liked the idea because it's like you're hyper-focusing on just a few goals at one time rather than like feeling like you have to do all of your goals at once. And so for that reason, I really liked it. And so far, I have found it to be very effective. Like in general, can't complain. It's been going really well. I've been really enjoying it. However, today is technically the last day of week 7. For whatever reason, at the beginning of this week, I just like fell off of my habits. I had like one day where I think I like stayed up late editing or something, went to bed super late, didn't feel good the next day, but then that one thing acts as like a trigger, and then it's just a total snowball effect in a negative direction. And like the same thing can happen in a positive direction, obviously, also. But this is the first time in a while that I've experienced like the opposite trajectory of like one negative action basically reinforcing those self-sabotaging behaviors. You know, like it's fine, it's natural, like I understand that I'm a human, and it's like sometimes you take 3 steps forward, you take 4 steps back, and that's okay. So I do understand that, but it's just frustrating, and it is my own doing. And so I'm taking responsibility for that, not judging myself for it, taking responsibility and choosing to turn around, because it feels better to like be in a good place with yourself and like your self-concept, how you're perceiving yourself in general. So I got my ass off the couch. I decided I'm gonna take a shower because I'm feeling crusty. First of all, I'm gonna make my eyebrows nice, I'm gonna do my nails, I'm gonna take good care of myself. So that's kind of what this video is like refusing to let those old patterns take over. Sorry if you're new to my channel and you were not expecting me to get this deep and like real out of nowhere. This is like a crazy way to be introduced to me and my channel, but I do like make it my intention to be super real on my channel, and my hope is that in sharing this stuff other people feel less alone, because so much content online is just showing productivity, and like even my channel, like this whole 12-week year thing is kind of rooted in productivity and like with the intention of becoming your best self, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I love that notion of becoming your best self and doing that for yourself because you love yourself, but at the same time I am aware that in me doing like these Notion template tours and like activity, like weeks in my life, stuff like that, like it's not showing the full story. Like to show your progress along with your failures, I feel like makes it even more powerful that you did overcome those things. Brene Brown says something about this actually that I think sums it up pretty well. I'm paraphrasing here, so it's not going to be exactly how Brene said it, okay? But it's something along the lines of this. Essentially, she was just pointing out the relevance of the low points of our life as well as the high points. Like there's so much emphasis on like motivating people and like emphasizing people's successes to motivate people, like, oh, they got here, you can do it too. But there's not enough emphasis on showing like how those people got there and like the hundreds of times they failed, and like when they were at their low points and at those times when they pulled themselves back up, like the resilience factor, that part is way more important. That is the most important part of like becoming your best self, is those parts where you have to pull yourself back up, like have that resilience. And that's just generally not emphasized enough, like in media, mass media, and social media, like whatever it may be. That's pretty much the gist of what she said, and that like really resonates, and I'm trying to remind myself of that in this moment, because it's very tempting to just be super critical of myself and to be like, why aren't you perfect, girl? Like, why did you slip up this week? You wasted a whole week. Like that's kind of like what the, you know, inner critic thoughts are saying. But then I remember stuff like that, and it's a really important reminder, I think, that like no, this part is important as well. Like the fact that I failed or whatever for week 7 is like actually great, and it's actually fine because it's an opportunity to pull myself back up and like show myself that I have that resilience. And I guess I just wanted to like remind myself and also share with others that like this part of like failing and getting and picking yourself back up is like so fundamental, so important. So yeah, that's my tangent on that. With all that being said, my plan for today, I did a face mask before I got in the shower and washed that off. Doing my skincare now, and I'm gonna, before I put the rest of my serums on, I'm going to put another little face mask on, you know, really treat myself. And I think while that's on, I'm gonna do my nails. Watch a little show. Okay, so it has been a bit. I let the face mask marinate, and I actually have my other skincare here. I've been watching some vlogs, mainly Tamcor's vlog. She's like one of my favorite vloggers of all time. She just like, I don't know, man, she just motivates me. Just any video she posts ever just puts me in a better mood. So I've just been watching her videos. And I also finally chose a nail color. So I landed on like a cool toned red color. Yeah, I don't know. I don't usually do like red, like a bold color like that. Like I don't do that super often, but I feel like, I don't know, something about doing like a bold color like that, especially red specifically, it just makes you feel good about yourself. Like it just makes you feel confident. I painted my toenails, not showing you that because I know there's some weird people out there, but yeah, I already did my toenails. I just need to do the top coat. Then I'm gonna do my nails, my nails. And another very exciting development, I got myself some sushi. So I'm truly treating myself today, and like I cannot express to you, I'm already feeling so much better, dude. Like the difference of how I was feeling like an hour and a half ago to now is literally insane. Like it's literally bonkers. Like I have been, like I talked about at the beginning of this video, I have been rotting. I have been not feeling good about myself, and that's all been a result of truly just not caring for myself and literally just taking a shower, painting my nails, and ordering sushi and not feeling bad about spending money on takeout. Like just that, I already feel like my mood has shifted like crazy in the last hour. It feels good to take care of yourself. If you are watching this and you haven't like done something to care for yourself in a while, please do. Just like a face mask, paint your nails, take a bath, read a book. Like, I don't know, whatever it is for you. It could be anything. Like the act of that, it just feels so good. Anyway, I've been blabbering so much, but I finished my skincare. I'm gonna enjoy my sushi. I'm gonna watch Love is Blind or something along those lines. And then paint my nails, and then we'll see. We'll see what else I get up to. Overall, I'm already feeling a lot better. I would love that. So sorry to rudely interrupt myself. It is future Nicole here. As you can probably tell / see, I'm far out of the rut that I am addressing in this video. So that's fab. And this clip right here can serve as proof to you that if you're in a rut, you will get out of it, because here I am a few weeks later, and I am very much so not in a rut. I feel like I'm thriving at the moment. If you've been watching my videos for the last while, then you would have seen that I have been trying out Magic Mind's mental performance shots over the last couple of weeks. Magic Mind is matcha based, and it also has 12 other active ingredients, which essentially all work together to help release that caffeine into your system in a very calm, slow, and sustainable way, instead of giving you that crazy peak and energy crash that you would normally get with coffee. For most of my adult life, I have been somebody who has seen herself as completely dependent on caffeine when it comes to being able to focus and hone in on any given task at hand. So in trying these shots, I wanted to challenge myself and see if I would be able to attain that same level of focus and energy without drinking coffee. And at the beginning, I was still having a latte and a cup of coffee here and there while trying Magic Mind. But honestly, as the days went on, I found that there was truly no need for having that coffee anyways. Like, it simply dawned on me, like, oh, wait a minute. I don't need obscene amounts of coffee flowing through my veins in order to be productive. That's a crazy realization. And so just naturally over the last few weeks, I have like accidentally gone cold turkey with coffee. Now that I'm out of my body being in that anxious state, I just don't want to return to that anxious state. So if you're somebody who struggles with having sustainable energy, focus issues, sleep issues, any of that, and mind you, I definitely classify myself as somebody who has tended to struggle with those things in her history, I 100% can say with confidence that Magic Mind has helped me to counter those issues, and I am simply no longer dependent on caffeine. So with all that being said, if you guys are interested and you do want to try out these mental performance shots for yourself, you can check them out at magicmind.com and make sure to use my code NicoleErin20. That will get you up to 48% off of your first subscription for the next 10 days. So make sure to jump on it. I'll have it linked in the top line of the description as well. And yeah, thank you again to Magic Mind, and let's get back into the video. Okay, so we're not dealing with the best lighting here, but I'm struggling to find anything else, so it is what it is. I painted my nails, and they're very red, which is fun. I've just been watching The Ultimatum and honestly just crying. Like, that show is crazy. So anyway, I put the camera here because, you know how I was talking earlier about, like, for a few nights, not being able to fall asleep till like 3, 4 in the morning. One of those nights that I couldn't fall asleep, I decided to organize my closet. And so it's still super crowded, but like, if you saw what this looked like before, like, this is impressive. I have 1, oh my gosh, 2, 3, 4, bags of things to either sell or donate. And I think I'm gonna spend just like the rest of the evening decluttering random parts of the place. I might start with the bathroom. Yeah, I just feel like it's a pretty small task that I can easily do that helps me feel a little bit better day to day, you know, just having things organized around you. It just helps. So I'm gonna do that, probably gonna continue watching The Ultimatum. And honestly, I'm gonna go to bed soon because I'm just so sleepy.
Sometimes I look up in the night sky. Do we look at the same star? 'Cause I might be so wrong and I'm feeling so high. I don't even know why I want to try. Maybe because I'll let it die if I roll the dice.
Hi guys, it is 10:44. Put my laundry in the dryer. I cleaned my makeup brushes. That was super random, but like I just felt like that was something I should probably do because it's been a long time. I went to declutter the stuff in my bathroom, but truly there was nothing to get rid of because I already did that a few months ago. So like I just ended up like reorganizing stuff, which like still feels good. So that's pretty much all I've done. I'm super duper sleepy right now, which is great. It's great because I need to go to sleep. I just did my stretching and physio, so that's like a nice way to kind of slow down and wind down, and I just gotta brush my teeth because I already did my skincare. Yeah, get into bed, maybe do some journaling, do some reading. Also, as I was stopping that clip that I just took of me like stretching, right as I approached the camera, it was at 22:22, like 22 minutes and 22 seconds. Just saying. Wait. Okay, I'm tripping myself out, dude. As I said that too just now, the camera time was 2:22. That's wild. Thank you, universe. I'm taking that as a sign that like this was needed today. What I did today was needed. I didn't finish editing the video I wanted to edit today, but I feel like myself again, and that's more important, you know? So whoa. Yeah, it just feels good. It feels good to like take care of yourself, to honor yourself, to respect yourself. And I've really been like not leaning into that in the last few days. So it feels really good to do that again, to literally just show myself some respect, like to clean my space, to clean myself, to just treat myself well. I know I'm like a broken record in this video, and even in my videos I feel like I say it a lot. The only reason I say it so much is because like for me, on my journey, on my healing journey, it's like such a big thing that I always have to come back to is like, oh shit, it's so important to like love yourself and to care for yourself. So that's why I say it a lot. So yeah, anyway, maybe that resonates for someone watching this. Comment down below, what is something you do to like show yourself love, to get yourself out of a funk, to show yourself that you care for yourself pretty much. Anyway, I'm truly rambling at this point. Hi guys, it is the next day. It is Monday. Literally all I've done today is I woke up and I went to work and I worked. And that was literally it. I'm super duper sleepy. Anyways, now we're home. I wasn't planning on continuing this video into another day, but I feel like I'm, you know, still in that mood of like getting myself back on track. I got changed into, I'm actually wearing my gym clothes under this, but I'm freezing, so I'm wearing this sweater as well. And I'm finishing some leftover tempura from the sushi that I ordered yesterday. Not the healthiest pre-workout, but like I desperately need to go grocery shopping, so this is what we're left with. So I'm gonna eat this so I have some calories in my body to fuel me. Go to the gym. It has been like 3-4 days since I've gone to the gym, which like for me right now is quite a long time because I made a rule for myself where like I don't want to skip more than 2 days in a row, and I have done that. So it's gonna feel good to get back to the gym. Sorry if the angle changed a little bit. My SD card got full, and within the 6 minutes it took me to move the footage onto my laptop and like empty my card, I finished the tempura. Anyway, my plan, probably do leg day, come back, have dinner, and then I'm thinking I want to do a little bit more organization / decluttering. Probably gonna also take a bath, and I think that's all I'm gonna do tonight. While I was at work, I was like, I should probably edit a video when I get back, but I have tomorrow off, so I can spend the whole day editing if I need to. Again, just gonna focus on myself, you know, getting myself back to feeling back in like a positive, productive space. Because like I've been thinking about it, and like literally like a couple weeks ago, like I was starting to wake up naturally at like 7:30 in the morning, which is insane for me. I know that's a norm for a lot of people, but for me, like that was a huge accomplishment. The fact that since the beginning of 2025, I've been able to have multiple weeks where I feel decently pretty good the whole week, and I have like maybe a tiny bit of a low moment one day, but like that's it. My point in saying all of that is that like I know that I'm capable of that now. Just knowing that makes it a lot easier to like get myself to go back to the gym, because I've witnessed it enough times now where like once I just take the first few steps, like that's the hardest part, and once I've done that, I will inevitably feel better. It's gonna feel uncomfortable at first. It's gonna become a lot easier with each step I take to get back to that like positive wanting to do things space, pretty much. So I don't know if I'm making sense, but I hope I am. So anyway, I am gonna stop talking. Hi guys, I'm back. It's 9:10 actually. I just got back from the gym. That was a really great session actually. I did like a really great deep stretch after. When I stretch, I also like to like have the intention of releasing negative energy as like I breathe out. That really does something and it really helps. So I feel really great. And I just made myself a little smoothie. It is the most random concoction of stuff, but like I said, I have to go grocery shopping, so I'm just using up what I have. Also, as I was recording that clip, dude, this is crazy. Anybody watching this who doesn't believe in angel numbers and stuff like that and like synchronicities, you're gonna think I'm crazy, and that's fine. You can think whatever you want. But as I was recording that clip, as I like laughed and looked up at the camera, it was 2:22. 2 minutes and 22 seconds. And that happened yesterday when I looked at the clock, and it was, I don't remember if it was 2:22 or 22:22. Either way, that happened to me yesterday, and it just happened again. Like, if it's one time, I get it, coincidence. Like, when it keeps happening over and over and over again, it like starts getting weird. So anyway, I just find that really interesting. Comment down below your thoughts and feelings on angel numbers. I'm just curious to see like what the demographic of my audience is. I'm just curious to see if there's other woo-woo people in this community, and if so, we can chat about it in the comments. So anyways, those are all of the updates. I'm feeling good. As I was making my smoothie and listening just as I started just like dancing a little bit, which to me, that's a huge sign that I'm actually genuinely getting back into like a really good vibe. It's only when I'm in a really good vibe, a really good space where like I just start dancing for no reason, like unconsciously, because it just feels good to move your body. To me, that's like a sign that all of this is working. I mean, obviously, when you have positive intentions for yourself, it like does things that are positive. It's just like cool to like show myself again, and also to document, like literally if you're spiraling, you can choose to make one decision to get up and do something for yourself, whatever that is, and that one decision can then spiral into a really positive thing. And that's what's happened to me over the last few days. Like I have been eating like utter crap, staying up till 3-4 in the morning, not working out, lots of negative self-talk in like the previous week. And yesterday I simply chose to get myself up off the couch, paint my nails, take a shower, super simple things, declutter my space. And just that decision to literally get off the couch led to all this other stuff where now I'm starting to like actually feel like my best self again within the span of like a day. I just think that's really cool and powerful for me to have documented that for myself. Also for anybody watching this, this is proof, this is evidence. Like I know it's easier said than done, and I know every single person on every podcast ever has said that, like that, you know, you choose how you feel, you choose your life, you choose basically. And it's like annoying to hear time and time again, especially if you're in a negative space. But I'm saying all of this and tangenting about it because like I really want to emphasize, as somebody who has struggled with depression so much, like it is just a part of my life that I have to be aware of. From me as somebody who struggles with depression to anybody else watching who struggles with depression, or just like general lack of motivation, being able to get out of bed, whatever, like there is power in making just one decision with a positive intention for yourself. And like sometimes when I'm in a depressive mode, I like don't want to believe that, or I don't want to hear that because I'm like feeling so horrible. And I'm kind of like, if somebody tells me like, just get up, like I know they're right, but then like my ego will get defensive and be like, no, you don't get it. But then this has happened to me time and time again, where I then actually listen to that advice and I literally just make a decision to get up and do something. And then I do inevitably feel at least 1% better. It's like hard to admit to ourselves. I think that we are the ones who choose whether or not we stay in a depressive state or get out of it. And I think that's why when I'm in that state, I can get defensive and like choose not to do it, because part of me wants to like bask in the depression. I don't know. And like there is a comfort to it because it's something that's been such a big part of my life. Like I've gotten used to it. So there's a comfort in emotions like sadness, or there used to be more of a comfort for me in emotions like sadness and numbness, honestly. Like as dark as that sounds, like you'll probably understand if you're someone who has struggled with depression. Like that sounds so freaking sad as it's coming out of my mouth. But that is the truth. During those times, like the last thing I would want would be to admit to myself that I'm the one who has the power to choose to like stop feeling numb, to stop feeling sadness by simply taking an action. But all along, that has been the truth, and I've shown myself that time and time again. It's just a matter of getting past staying in what feels comfortable. Now, at this point in my life, it is not comfortable for me to be in states of sadness and numbness as it was. I fall into like depressive states like I did in the last week or so because there's still that, you know, habit, behavior, or whatever ingrained in my brain somewhere. Sometimes I'll like fall back into that if I'm not aware of it. But generally, the more you work on it and the more you tell your brain like, no, just because it's comfortable doesn't mean it's good. Let's try to get up out of bed. Let's try to do something to not feel sad. The more times you do that and remind your brain that it's okay to be in spaces that aren't comfortable. Like it sounds so weird, but like to be in a space where like you're getting endorphins from working out, or like you're feeling even just okay. Like when you're first getting out of depression, that feels uncomfortable. If you haven't experienced depression, this probably sounds insane, but like this is so true. This is my truth. I'm sure this is so many people's truth. Like it feels uncomfortable when things are going well. Like when you're feeling good for an extended period of time and you've been someone who's experienced depression, it like feels weird and uncomfortable. And it's like our brains just like crave what we are used to, like in everything, in terms of like depressive states, anxious states, toxic relationships, like all of those things, we fall back into those things because our brain is used to that. And like our brain knows how to exist and behave the most easily naturally in those spaces because we're so used to it. So it's like tempting to fall back into that. But at the end of the day, we do know what's best for us. Like I believe everybody knows on like some deep internal level that we do know like what is best for them. And it is up to us to like override those feelings of comfort in X, Y, and Z negative behavior and change it to being maybe uncomfortable in behaviors that are positive, you know, and then over time that feeling of discomfort will leave because you just start experiencing positive emotions more often, and that then becomes your norm, which is more comfortable for you. And like honestly, in general, at this point in my life, I feel like generally my brain has shifted from that state of comfort in sadness and numbness and just like harsh inner thoughts towards myself to now a space of generally comfort in self-compassion, being kind and understanding towards myself, and like being resilient and picking myself up for the sake of myself. Yeah, I don't know what prompted me to go on that whole tangent. Was not planning on that, but this is just me, I guess, externalizing to myself, like reminding myself that the fact that I picked myself up so quickly and I'm already feeling better and comfortable being in this positive space already is like huge. It's still uncomfortable. Like yesterday that was uncomfortable to me, but I knew it was the best thing for me, so I did it. And now it's not uncomfortable anymore. Like I feel good feeling good, if that makes sense. Like I feel comfortable that I feel good right now, and I'm not tempted to fall back into that space. So for anybody out there who has struggled with depression in the past, is currently struggling with depression, whatever it may be, just know that you're not alone. I'm sure you know you're not alone, but like, you know, I'm just one more person who understands, at least on some level, what you have gone through or what you are going through. I was able to get myself out of that state, and if I'm able to do that, then you're able to do that, because I know how freaking hard it was. At the very least, you do have power to make one decision right now. Like if you're watching this and you're feeling super, super depressed, pick yourself up out of bed, go do a face mask. Maybe it's even just sitting up. Such small actions like that, it's like one step closer to feel good. So I hope everything I said just made sense. Having a brain is whack, bro. It's so whack. So anyway, plan from now on. Moving on from that, this is such like an abrupt transition, but I don't know how to transition away from that conversation. I hope that helped somebody. I'm gonna eat my smoothie. I think I'm going to take a bath, watch Love is Blind. I started watching the new season yesterday. It's crazy already. Like I just love that show so much.
Who you are, I really loved it. I'll be there everywhere you need. Remember me, you can remember me. I sit and wait for you till I cry. Oh, wonder if we can do it right. 'Cause I might do you wrong when I hold you that tight. Would you wanna drop my hand as I lie?
Hi guys, it is 12:54 in the morning. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm so sleepy. Basically, after my little bath, I decided to declutter my jewelry, and then I ended up reorganizing like my entire dresser and like the way I have my jewelry and everything laid out. And I also rejigged like my crystals and stuff and just like moved everything around. So like it feels in like a new, fresh energy. So that felt good. Anyways, I think that's gonna be everything for this video. I think I'm just gonna journal, do meditation before I go to sleep. Also, the moon is super bright and pretty. It's like a little bit, what's it called? When it's like a little bit over a half moon, waxing, waning? I don't know. Anyway, I know the moon is in Leo right now, and I'm a Leo rising, so maybe that means something for me. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely day, evening, night, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye!
Who you are, I really loved it. I'll be there